एमईए के पास।
Siddhant?
Hi sir, Siddhant from Vion. So China yet again has come up with invented names of territories in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh. India has reacted as well. But how do you see this pattern coming from China over there claiming the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh?
Sir, if I may add to this thing, just a small query.
ठीक है प्रणय.
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय एबीपी जी न्यूज़ से मेरा सवाल इस चीज़ को लेकर है कि चाइना के इन तमाम पैटर्न्स को देखते हुए और बयानों को देखते हुए क्या हमने बीजिंग में भी इस मामले को उठाया है या चाइनीज़ जो मिशन चीफ है उनको यहाँ पे समन किया था?
Please.
Hi, sir. Suchitra from News9 Tamil. So this is regarding the revival issue of Kachativu right now. And I have two questions. One is the Sri Lankan Minister Jeevan Tondaiman remarked that there is no any official confirmation regarding the return of power to India in Kachativu on that matter. And another senior minister said that there is the boundaries cannot be changed in wish of a new government. Do you have any comment on that?
Any more questions on Kachativu? Sudhi?
Sir, on Shruti Rajan from Bloomberg, specifically on Kachativu, sir, I mean, rightly pointed out by the minister lastly that the previous governments have been very, very negligent about India's sovereignty. What has this government done in the last 10 years? And now that it has been lately been discovered, has it been or is being taken up with Sri Lanka and at what level?
Okay. Same question? बाद में कर लेते हैं. Kachativu, any more questions on Kachativu?
सर Kachativu पे if you can clarify on जो आरटीआई के रिप्लाईज को लेकर एक कंट्रोवर्सी है दोनों रिप्लाईज को लेकर, तो अगर आप उस पर क्लैरिफाई कर सकें एमईए का ऑफिशियल स्टैंड क्या है, दो आरटीआईज में डिस्क्रिपेंसी क्यों है?
अच्छा, ठीक है. थैंक यू प्रणय. पहला सवाल कदम्बनी आपका. हम लोग के जानकारी के हिसाब से 2 लोग पहले जो भूकंप आया ताइवान में, वहाँ पर 2 लोग से हम लोग संपर्क नहीं कर पा रहे थे, लेकिन अब हम लोगों ने वहाँ पर उनसे हम संपर्क कर लिया है और वो लोग सुरक्षित हैं. तो ये जो हमारे लोग पहले वहाँ मिसिंग थे उसके बारे में खबर जानकारी मैं आपसे साझा करना चाहता हूँ. सिद्धांत, योर क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग चाइना. We have time and again spoken about this issue. We have made a couple of statements in the last month, last few weeks. Each time we have reiterated our position. So I would refer you to look at our statements that we've done. In fact, a couple of them, several of them that we've done. Then that clarifies our position that just by naming something you don't change the reality. The reality is what it is. Arunachal Pradesh is an integral part, inalienable part of India, and it will remain so. प्रणय, आपकी बात जो है उस पर आपने देखा होगा कि हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर बाकायदा विदेश मंत्रालय ने स्टेटमेंट जारी किए हैं इस मुद्दे पर, चीन के मुद्दे पर, अरुणाचल प्रदेश के मुद्दे पर. और मैं चाहूँगा कि आप हमारे स्टेटमेंट्स को देखें, पैनी नज़र से देखें, फिर आपको पता चलेगा कि कितनी गहराई और कितने ज़ोर से हम लोग अपनी बात को रख रहे हैं. Then we come to the issue of Kachativu by Suchitra, Sudhi and Uma Shankar, और प्रणय आपकी बात भी. So, I would like to tell you that on the issues that have been raised, External Affairs Minister has spoken to the press here in Delhi and also in Gujarat, clarifying all the issues. I would refer that you please look at his press engagements. You will get your answers there. Shall we go forward then? Madhu?
सर मधुरेंद्र, मैं न्यूज़ नेशन से. मेरा सवाल इजराइल जा रहे भारतीय जो श्रमिक हैं उनके जत्थे को लेकर है कि जब युद्ध शुरू हुआ था तो हम भारतीयों को वहां से लेकर आए. अब युद्ध समाप्त भी नहीं हुआ है और हम वहां पर अपने श्रमिकों को काम करने के लिए भेज रहे हैं. तो क्या कोई इसके पीछे पॉलिसी में बदलाव है और क्या इसके पीछे रीज़न बिहाइंड है, अगर बताना चाहें.
Okay, Rishabh?
Sir, Rishabh from Times Now. Sir, I just wanted to add to what Madhurendra said. Sir, the Israeli ambassador and Israeli embassy here in New Delhi posted on X that under G2G agreement, we are taking these 60. When was this agreement signed? Because MOS MEA V. Muradharan in Rajya Sabha back in December had said that there is nothing of this sort that is being discussed. So now if we can have a timeline that how this got forwarded and when did the agreement got signed and how were these people selected?
Okay. Rishi?
Sir, this is Aishigwal from ANI. So, connected question on what Rishabh asked. Can we also have details regarding the safety parameters of these workers? Has the Israeli side given us some assurance? And also, do we have any details of that workplace, like where they would be employed? Will they be sent to the border areas? And the advisory that you issued in March regarding the safety of our Indian nationals? Is the advisory that you issued in March is still in effect?
Swasti?
Suhasini Heather from the Hindu, further clarifying on all the questions that have already been asked, specifically the issue of occupied territories within Israel, settlements that are not recognized by India. Do you expect that any of these workers will be working in those areas or in areas along Gaza or in fact in part of any reconstruction effort inside Gaza? Are there specific assurances that India has either sought or received on where exactly they will be located? I do have another question. I can get it later on India. The US Treasury officials are in Delhi right now for talks about their second phase of price cap sanctions. And they seek now to, in fact, increase the breadth of who those sanctions will affect. What is India's stand on the US oil price cap? And what do you expect will be India's message during these meetings?
Sanjay?
UK's Deputy Prime Minister has accused China of, hacking the Electoral Commission of UK. And China has been sort of involved in the past in India as well in many of the cyber attacks. India is going for general election. What's your comment? Do you think China could be up to something in that nature as well?
Yeah. Can we come back then? Let me. उदरेंद्र, आपका सवाल इज़राइल को लेके है। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि इज़राइल में हमारे बहुत सारे नागरिक वहाँ पर कार्यरत हैं। करीबन 18,000 लोग हमारे खासकर केयर गिवर्स वहाँ कार्यरत हैं। उनका हमारी जो वहाँ पर एम्बेसी है वो उनसे लगातार टच में है, उनके देखभाल के लिए, उनके सुरक्षा के लिए, और वो हमारे लिए एक अहम मुद्दा है। As far as other questions that you've asked, Yushi and others, the first batch of people under the G2G agreement have gone to Israel. For us, their safety, of course, is very important. We have urged the Israeli authorities to do their best to take care of their safety and their well-being. It is of prime importance. So that is where I would say I leave that issue with that issue. Ayushi, you also talked about the advisories about all our Indian nationals who are there, and we have a large number of Indian nationals who are present in Israel. Suhasini, you asked questions about specific assurances. We have urged the Israeli authorities to take the safety of our people very seriously and to do whatever is required in that regard.
about whether they would be working in any settlement areas or areas that are not recognized by India as part of Israel?
No, they are going to Israel. They see, these are construction workers, so they will be you know where construction happens. Construction is happening areas which are where relatively economic activities are happening, etc. Obviously, those considerations are important. You also asked about the price cap. U.S. Treasury Secretary is here in Delhi. For us, anything to do with energy security, oil purchases, our buying in the international market, all these are guided by our energy security requirement, and also it's a commercial exercise that we do. It's a commercial venture that we are engaged. We buy oil from the international market wherever it is available at the most cheapest available rate, because we have to ensure our energy security, and that's of prime consideration. Sanjay, आपका सवाल, your question was regarding cyber security. Cyber security issues are very important for us. We have a large population. We have a large number of Indians who are connected to the digital world. We are rolling out so many services on digital world. You know about Digital India, you know about all the services that we're doing. So therefore, for that reason, cyber security is a matter of very importance. Whether it originates from A, B, C, doesn't matter. Whether it originates from Patna or from elsewhere, it doesn't, is of, for us, cyber security is of prime consideration. We'll do all that is required to enhance our security. Sudhi?
Shudhirajan, thank you for giving me a second question, sir. So, any comments on the Israeli attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria?
See, on that particular issue, Sudhi, we have noted with concern the attack on Iranian diplomatic premises on Syria on 1st April 2024. India is distressed at the escalating tensions in West Asia and their potential to fuel further violence and instability. We urge all parties to avoid actions that go against commonly accepted principles and norms of international law. So that is our point. That is a statement on what you said, our reaction to the attack. Yeah, please. Question here and then two questions there.
This is Shubhajyoti from BBC News. In Bangladesh, so-called India Out campaign, which is basically a boycott call for Indian products, is going on, and it's picking up momentum. And some of the prominent opposition leaders have extended their support to it. So would you like to make any comment on that? And secondly, is it having any impact on the volume of Indian exports to Bangladesh?
Mm-hmm.
Sir, while you said to look at the press engagements of your EM regarding Kachativu issue, certain things have been highlighted and come to the light after his press engagements, like the RTI discrepancies between 2015 and 2024. So if you can just specifically, if you can just throw a light on the discrepancy one, and how do you react to the leaders from Sri Lanka, the kind of statements that they are coming out with on the same? This is Urvashi from the New End.
Mm-hmm. Elena?
Good afternoon, Elena, TASS News Agency. India and Russia, my country, have been closely and long time cooperating in the fighting against terrorism. And as we know, unfortunately, recently there was a huge, barbaric, very tragical, how to say it, all words are here. Yes, attack on a concert hall in Moscow region. We received Indian Prime Minister's condolences. So, regarding India-Russia ties in the fight against terrorism, have there any contacts been between the two sides on the issue of investigation of this terror attack? Has India shared maybe any data or information with the Russian side on this issue? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Kalol?
Kalol from the Hindu. This is following Urvashi's question on Kachativu. Usually, we have seen that such diplomatic issues, as well as bilateral diplomatic treaties, whenever these are raised from this platform that you are sitting in, or maybe by the External Affairs Minister from within the premises of the External Affairs Ministry. I've seen several such occasions in the past. So, what really prompted the External Affairs Minister to raise this issue from the party platform? That is what I'm really intrigued, because are you really raising? I understand the diplomatic implications of saying whatever has been happening over the last few days, but is it really a political issue, or is it a diplomatic issue? Because
Okay.
I'm looking at the magnitude of this issue here, really, sir.
Siddhant?
So recently we saw comments by the Pakistani foreign minister saying that when it comes to trade with India, this is something that they could look into. How does India sees those comments by the Pakistani foreign minister?
We had one more question there? No? Okay. Regarding your question, I would like to say that India-Bangladesh relations are very strong and deep. We have a very comprehensive partnership that spans across sectors. From economy to trade to investment to development cooperation, connectivity, people to people, you name any human endeavor, it is part and parcel of almost part and parcel of India-Bangladesh relations. That is how vibrant this partnership is, and it will continue to be so. Urvashi, you had your question on Kachativu. Again, I would say that please take out some time, and all your questions that you've raised on Kachativu have been answered by External Affairs Minister in his press engagement here in Delhi and also in Gujarat. So I would urge you that please refer to those press engagements. You will be satisfied with the clarification that you seek. Elena, regarding your question, yes, our Prime Minister had condemned the attack, and so had so many other people. It was a ghastly attack, and our deepest condolences to you. India-Russia partnership is again a strategic partnership. We have several areas of work that we do together. Counterterrorism and security, defense is also an equally important pillar of cooperation between India and Russia, and we want to strengthen our ties, including in these areas. Kalol, regarding your question, I referred it to the press engagements of External Affairs Minister, so I would leave it at that. Siddhant, regarding your question, yes, we have seen some reports. We saw some about the Pak Foreign Minister comments, but thereafter I would like to refer it to the comments made by the spokesperson of the Pakistani Foreign Ministry. Please have a look at those comments. You will see that there is a contradiction between the two. That is where it is. Yes?
It's Abhishek Jha from CNN News 18 on Pakistan. Recently on Pakistan National Day, Pakistan's High Commissioner in his speech said that we can emerge from the shadow of past and script a new future for our people of our two nations, and also that all the pending issues can be resolved with mutual respect and all, including the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. How do you see that statement, and what's your comment on that?
So Abhishek, on that, we'll of course go by what the Pakistani Foreign Ministry's spokesperson has said. So I would again urge you to look at the statement that she's made. That is how we'll how we look at the issue. Aishu, you have one more question? Okay.
Sir, Ayush Agarwal from ANI. I just want to have an update on the Maldives thing, because the president has again said that Indian troops stationed on the second platform will be withdrawn within this current month. What is the update on that, and when is the next team expected to reach there, as we had last sent in March or something?
So we have been updating you with all the core group, high-level core group meetings that have happened. We told you that the decision had been taken for the turnaround of the first batch of Indian personnel who are there. When we have any further update in this matter, we will apprise you of it.
So one last thing,
Pia with the print, sir, just wanted to clarify, you said that the Indian workers who are going to Israel were part of a government-to-government agreement predating the conflict. You're talking about the agreement that was signed in May 2023 when the Israel foreign minister came down? Just a clarification would be appreciated.
I don't know exactly what you are referring to, but I have said this in my earlier presser also. The engagement that we have, G2G engagement, it predates the conflict.
Sir, an update regarding the Doha case. One last veteran who's still there, how and in which way, when is his return expected into India?
See, I would refer you, Urvashi, to other pressers that we've had here. I've clarified this issue there, that as and when he has certain requirements to fulfill, once those requirements are fulfilled, then he'll come back. Thank you very much. Take care.